Firstly, a lot of people want to know your thoughts about your upcoming rematch with McGregor. How do you feel that you've evolved as a fighter up until now, since then?
That fight was 6 years ago. I was a young man. Um, I still am, I feel like, but just more mature in the fight game, um, and as a person. Just the understanding of what we do, not being too emotional, not getting caught up in the media, not getting caught up on social media. As a young fighter, that stuff really can affect you if you play into it. If you live your life online and take to heart what these people are saying, what the critics are saying, what your opponent's saying he's going to do, that just kind of creeps into your head and affects you. And I think it did affect my performance. But I've been working my ass off since that fight, and I'm a completely different fighter. I've proven that I've become interim world champion. I'm a number one contender. Our careers have gone their own routes, and it's come back full circle. He went on to be the world champion, and now here we are 6 years later, and on the cusp of a huge fight, huge pay-per-view. I know the world's going to be watching, so I'm excited, and I'm excited to show the improvements and the evolution of my mixed martial arts.
What drives you to want the rematch with him?
Right now, I'm at the highest. I think I might be number two, but number one just lost, so I might be number one now. So I'm probably the next contender for the belt at 155 pounds. And right now, the champ situation is kind of muddy waters. He's retired, but the president of the UFC saying he's not retired. So the belt's kind of in limbo. I don't know what they're going to do with it. They just had an interim champion, so I doubt they want to introduce another interim belt into the lightweight division. And I'm just sitting at the top, wanting a title shot. And I got a win over a guy in the top five in my last fight. And Conor came out and said, "Hey, let's fight." And I see why he's doing it. A win over me puts him in line. Now he's the number one contender, right, to fight for his belt, try to get his belt back. And like we said, we have history. He beat me in 2014, so the fight makes a lot of sense, and that's how it came about.
Are you training any differently?
No, I mean I'm gonna do the same thing that I've been doing for my last few fights. I got a solid team around me. Strategy and game planning might be a little different, but the actual training is going to be my same group of guys. We might bring in some southpaw boxers, just taking it day by day, but moving forward like I'm fighting a southpaw Conor McGregor.
I see. So, say you win, you would have the belt then, correct?
Nah, I think this is going to be a number
Okay.
one contender fight, unless Khabib is really retired and then he relinquishes the belt, and then I'm not sure. I believe this will be a number one contender fight while they figure out what the champ's going to do. Because like I said, the champion retired, and the boss, the president of the UFC, saying that he's going to come back for one more fight. So it's kind of, we don't have a clear picture exactly where the lightweight title is going to be at, but I think this is number one contender.
Thanks for joining us on the first episode of Dopamine, where we ask your heroes the tough questions and give you your daily dose of dopamine. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dopamine Nation. And until next time, stay strong and fight the good fight.